Hey everyone, welcome back to the RP Games YouTube channel. My name is Ralph, and this is the Banner Saga, episode 2. We're heading to the Great Hall, and I'm assuming we are going to start traveling on our way to the Varl capital of Grofheim. At dawn, you are awoken by a delivery of goods. At least you think it's dawn. Damn hard to tell with a sun that never moves. The governor's chest adorns the supply letters. All there, just as promised, to your mild surprise. You wonder if Eric had anything to do with that. Your guards take the treasure wagon down to the gates. Vognir was already here. A while later, Ludin and his men appear, groggy and disheveled. Moger steps forward, Vognir's quartermaster, if you recall correctly, in charge of his unwieldy entourage of warriors. You know him only in passing. He asks if you're ready to depart. We're ready. You follow Moger and join the others. Usually the smaller doors set into the gates would be enough to enter or leave the city, but the town guards have been told to push them open entirely. They mutter things under their breath that are best not heard. Perhaps the governor expected you to draw a crowd. There's nothing of the sort. Just frustrated, tired people. It summarizes Strand well as a whole, you think? As a whole, without the W as well, probably. We are on our way. There we go. The cavern. What is it now, the word that I'm looking for? Caravan, yes. Our morale declined already, what? That's a bit early. Just left. Vedrfell. The caravan stops for the day. A gift, says Moger, cracking open meat casks. From our gracious friend, the governor of Strand. Hours pass with raucous laughter as the meats pass throughout the camp. Let's toast to Vognir, our future king. We want to keep him as friends. You raise your drink, toasting the alliance between Man and Varl. The others join in. Ludin's expression is like a stone wall, but the others laugh at your exaggerations. Eventually, you sit down beside Vognir. Let's chat with him. Thanks for the speech, slurs Vognir. Okay. Oh, okay. I thought, okay, that was a short chat. Looks like you didn't have to miss out after all. Thanks to Moger. Thought the damn governor would never shut up. Did he give you the history of his entire family? He tried. Then he asked me to clean up his mess, for your benefit, turns out. I've given the job to you too. Gods, there's no joy in politics. Speaking of, what happens after this business with Ludin? Hopefully the boy goes back to Arborang on his own, and I can take up some frustration on Dredge or something. Starting to sound like Hakon. You don't like the life of a diplomat? Don't you miss the fight, Ubin? You down your mead instead of replying. Vognir slouches and shakes his head. There's no great joy in killing Dredge, but this... Pretty sure this nonsense is some scheme between the two kings to force some kind of lineage. Used to be, warriors would follow you for what you've done. Isn't that why they follow you now? Is it? Or is it because I'm next in line? The lines are getting muddy, old Varl. They've always been muddy, Vognir. Vognir stares into the campfire, lost in thought. You leave him to it. You rise groggily, the campsite, a casualty of merriment. Moger is already kicking warriors awake when you spot Ludin stalking your direction. He He sidesteps sleeping bodies. Better wake up, you nudge Vognir. You're needed. Ah, it's Luden. Always a pleasure. You look well rested. Vognir releases a caged yawn and receives a hard-eyed stare in return. How long to Grofheim? I'm going to refer to him as Joffrey throughout this playthrough. It's too funny. Ah, we're only 2 days out of Strand, you know. Come, I'll show you the map. This is the map of the world. You can explore it by dragging the mouse to pan or using the mouse wheel to zoom. Oh, really? Oh shit, this is gigantic. Oh wow, I was totally not aware. The location of your caravan is indicated by Ubin's icon. The world map is covered with many locations and holds much lore. You can explore the map at any time, clicking on locations for more information. Oh, nice. And what happens if you... Oh, really? Okay. The cardinal directions. Early did mankind begin sailing up and down the coasts, but also out into the vast, searching for new continents. Of the many secrets the early sailors learned was the sunstone, which helped them to deduce the direction they were sailing, even with the sun shrouded behind clouds. Oh wow, you can click on every single small name here. Oh shit. I could fill 5 episodes just looking at all these names. When you are finished researching the world map, click the button to return to travel or to camp. We head north, then east, past the forts. Grofheim's far from Strand. Gonna be a long march. You should have drank last night, Luden. Why not take the ships to Skrymirstead? What's the point of marching? The Silverstone Bay is called that for a reason. It stays covered in ice all year. It would tear up the longships. Too bad, though. Could have shown you all the wonders of Skrymirstead. A half-sunken city crawling with dredge, Prince. Dredge and glaciers. You like glaciers? Luden exhales through his nose, a poor disguise for his contempt. He turns and bats aside the tent flaps as he goes, barking at his company in the distance. Don't poke the anthill, Vognir. He seems no happier to be here than you. Spend a few more days with the boy, old friend. You'll be looking for a tall cliff to hop off to. Oh, I love these guys. Luden's has got a shorter wig than Hakon. Thanks, Vognir. Let's get moving. Another half day to Vedrfell, for lucky. Camp is where you manage your caravan. During travel, you can enter camp at any time by tapping the camp button on the travel hut. While at camp or in towns, you can upgrade your allies or equip items in the hero's tent. You can pass time by using the rest tent. Resting will improve the caravan's morale. A high morale will reduce casualties in war and affect your willpower in combat. Each passing day will use supplies, so only rest when necessary. The training tent will allow you to safely try out any characters in a mock battle. Tap leave at the bottom of the campsite when you're ready to get back on the road. So let's explore the camp screen really quickly. We have leave, we have resting, we have training, and we have our hero's tent. Now we can take a look at the details of our heroes, and we have Gunnulf, who we can rank up. So how about we try that? Let's see. We can take a look at the different abilities here. So Gunnulf's active ability is called Tempest. The character uses his massive weight to sweep his weapon around himself, hitting multiple adjacent targets, friend or foe, very important, for normal strength damage. Tempest triggers the character's passive ability, Heavy Impact, which in turn can cause a chain reaction of destruction if used in close quarters. Keeping this character out of harm's way until late in the fight will maximize his effectiveness. And the passive ability, Heavy Impact, the character hits so hard that any enemies standing adjacent to his target on a strength attack take 1 strength damage from the shockwave. Hitting a large target like a Varl or Dredge who takes up 4 tiles can potentially cause an impact across many more victims than hitting a single tile target such as a human. Okay, that's interesting. So this is clearly based on strength. So that would mean to me that it would be good to, if we promote him, to increase his strength. Okay, so we can see what he has done during the game so far. When Ubin became the Varl King's tax collector, he was given an entourage of bodyguards to help transport gold collected across Haran. Gunnulf is the only one from the original group still alive, and for good reason. And he has 4 kills so far. Okay. This is our Warhawk. So how about we promote him? The greatest warriors on the battlefield are those who live past their first battles to start a journey down the path of legend. We can get higher stats and increase our item rank. Alright. Are you sure you want to promote for 5 renown? Alright, so currently we have 35, which you can see in the banner on the top right. Yes, I would like to do that. Now, from what I understand, this renown is quite a limited, in limited supply, so to speak. So we will not be able to rank up all the characters that we can choose from, apparently. So that is going to be very important. I'm going to need to prioritize which characters are going to play a major role in the campaign and then level them up as high as possible. But yeah, with this Tempest ability, I could see Gunnulf playing a big role so far. I mean, I'm limited to 4 characters at the moment, so I have no idea how many others we are going to see, but yeah, for now I'm going to spend the 5 renown on Gunnulf. This unit has points available to spend on improving stats. Activate one of the plus buttons above. Let's see, it does not give us any explanation here, but so the shield is armor, this is our strength and our health, this is our willpower. I forgot the term for this one, but it basically means how many willpower we can spend. So at the moment we cannot spend any willpower. And this is shield break. So I think for Gunnulf it makes sense to increase his strength. Should we do that twice? Maybe it makes sense to give him one, like the possibility to spend at least 1 willpower. Let's do it like this. I think that somehow makes sense. Let's confirm that. All right. And let's take a look at the other characters. We have Joffrey here. It's a pity we cannot rename him. He is a spear master. Joffrey is the Prince of Men, the first heir of a vast kingdom. Though disliked by peers and rivals on account of his high-born attitude, few question his intelligence, combat skills, or courage. If you're wondering why I'm calling him Joffrey, check out the first episode. Let's see what special abilities he has. He has Impale. The character skewers his enemies, doing normal strength damage before kicking them away, doing knockback and causing them to bleed if they move on their next turn. A target who is bleeding will take 1 strength damage for each tile that they move, which can be especially deadly for enemies that are moved against their will. Oh, that's interesting. So imagine that you impale someone with Luden and then smash him with that Tempest ability that sends them flying backwards, then they would get extra damage because of the bleeding. Oh, interesting. Okay. And the passive ability is each kill the character makes encourages allies to fight harder, granting 1 willpower to the unit and any adjacent allies. Okay. Alright, that's clear. Then we have Hakon. His active ability is Sundering Impact. The character hits even harder than an average warrior, with no chance to miss. He can wreak havoc with an additional +1 strength and also adds 1 break damage to the target, plus bonuses to heavy impact. Sundering Impact is best used when carefully positioned to impact as many enemies around the target as possible in a single strike. So is this also moving? Because it mentions it impacts enemies around the target. Maybe this is the part. Heavy Impact is the passive ability. The character hits so hard that any enemies standing adjacent to his target on a strength attack take 1 strength damage from the shockwave. Oh, okay. Alright, so they're not moving, but they take strength damage. Hitting a large target like a Varl or a Dredge who takes up 4 tiles can potentially cause an impact across many more victims than hitting a single tile target such as a human. Okay, yep, that's clear. Hakon is something of a legend in Varl culture. When he met Vognir, it was during the Second Great War, in which the two became known for cutting a swath through Dredge where others were struggling just to stay alive. Vognir was always the charismatic leader, but there was no question about which of the two would win in a fight. Then we have Mogr. Mogr is a shield master who has 18 or actually 14 armor, but possibly 18 armor. That is really nice. That's someone you want to place on the front line pretty much. He has an active ability called Bring the Pain. The character strikes an adjacent enemy for armor break damage before hunkering down and boosting his passive ability. Return the favor to return even more break damage for 1 turn. By using Bring the Pain, he can create a forward charge that punishes enemies for ganging up against him. And Return the Favor, enemies who attack him lose 1 point of armor for each strike the character. What? That's a bit of a strange sentence. Return the Favor triggers every time he takes damage from an adjacent enemy, which can make it devastating to hit him with attacks that strike multiple times. Okay, so enemies who attack him lose 1 point of armor for each strike. Right. This one is still not 100% clear. The character strikes an adjacent enemy for armor break damage before hunkering down and boosting his passive ability. So the forward charge is what is not clear to me. It's something we need to test out, basically. Let's see. Oh, that's it. So we don't have... what was his name? We don't have We don't have Vognir as a character yet. Okay. So let's check Mogr here. Mogr is an old hand in Varl culture, long on the front line of the fight against the Dredge. He's had the occasional brush with leading a clan of his own, but eventually settled well into commanding Vognir's personal army of Varl warriors, and is highly respected amongst them. Alright. So those are the heroes that we have at our command at the moment. Can we... Oh, does that make a big difference? Where we place them? Turn order. Oh, it might actually. Let's see what else we can do. Maybe we can do a mock battle here so that I can look at these abilities. Units move in the order you place them, from left to right. This initiative order is very important when setting up strategies. For example, put archers after melee units so that they can stay safe behind your heavy hitters. Drag the unit icons to arrange the turn order. Okay, yeah, we just did that. The training tent allows you to test your party against a team of clansmen of equal power. Training fights never injure your allies or grant renown, but they do let you test strategies in safety. The trainer will give hints about playing effectively and has something to say about each ability. Come here to test out new characters as they join you. To end training, click the End Training or press Escape and select the Exit Training option. Alright. So we have just 2 opponents here, but they do have high armor. So let's see, what can we do? If I use Bring the Pain on this guy, what does that do? It breaks armor. So we could actually use this impact thingy. He cannot reach. Let him walk over here. Can he attack though? No. No, you cannot. Okay. Let's see, there is one with 9 armor. And there's one with 10. How much damage are you gonna do? 16. So how about we move over here and then attack this guy. That's a good hit. With the Bring the Pain thing is, the problem is that they're not gonna attack him, of course. Can we kill this guy? We still cannot kill this guy. So how about we do the Bring the Pain thing? Oh, down goes one of us at least. Can we attack from here is my question. Oh, I can apparently. And I could do 5 damage. Oh man, this guy does a lot of damage apparently. He can hit for 6. So let's move. Let's attack for 6. We could even do 7. And it's actually every one of us is gonna get a turn. Let's try breaking again to give him less armor. And then hopefully, no, we can still only do 1. So we are going to impale the guy then. Okay, so now we saw the Bring the Pain ability at work. So he hit Mogre here and then lost 2 armor. Yeah, okay. So Gunnulf can just kill him now. Alright, this might take a little while to get some getting used to how it works, but it looks promising at least. I think the combat can be very strategic in some Let's Plays. Don't expect it to be in this one. Yep. Let's head on out.
Vedrfell. Even the name means bad weather, where frozen wind sweeps in from the bay. They tend livestock, but most are just men driven from Strand with nowhere else to go. Why else would anyone stay? We won't stop long.
Is it just me, or does it look like our caravan has grown? By Hudderborg. That's a lot of varl for some missing cattle. What? Couple days back, sent word to Strand about the cattle. Didn't expect an army. He looks pleased with himself until it sinks in that you aren't here on his behalf. Where have the cattle gone? I wouldn't know. My boy's seen men up in the hills, carrying them away. Don't know many men who can hoist a whole cow by himself. Skull things out there, maybe? Could they have varl working for them? Not from what the government told me. Going to take a look around and get camp set up. The peasant spits, his eyes anxiously darting about as the caravan sets up tents. We'll be here no more than a day. There is silver for any food you've got. For hundreds of varl, are you nuts? Whatever you're willing to sell. You thinking of squatting? Not enough room for a couple hunters here. Forget hundreds of... Shut up. Hear that? Where's Luden? It's faint. Sounds like fighting and something else. Hakon takes off at a run. Uh-oh. Is Joffrey getting into fights? Is that a robot? Clicking any tile will automatically make a path. So you can set waypoints. Click once to make a waypoint. Oh, right. Okay, and now select a new waypoint. Yep. Okay. But to be honest, I didn't want to move closer to that big thing, to be quite frank with you. Spearmen can attack diagonally and up to 2 tiles away. Oh, 2 tiles even. Click the top right banner to compare your stats with the enemies. Now click the enemy to target. The top right banner. Oh, that is the same as hitting the tab, right? Yeah. Click the enemy to target. Armor blocks attacks on strength. For each enemy armor higher than your strength, there's a 10% chance that the attack will be deflected. Oh, right. Okay, I get it. So my strength is 10, his armor is 15, so there is a difference of 5, and thus there is 50% chance of it being deflected. Okay. Notice the chance to hit shown above the attack button. Attack this enemy's strength. Let's do that. And it's deflected. Deflected attacks do no damage. From here on out, you will fail catastrophically if you don't break armor. Damaging both strength and armor is equally important. What? Oh, did he seriously just knock him out in one punch? Oh man. So Hakon is first. So we have a strength of 14 and there is an armor of 15, so that means we have a 10% chance of missing. Do I see that correctly? Yeah, I do see that correctly. Okay, great. I understood. Let's see. Heavy impact, splash damage, 1 strength damage. Yeah, that's not gonna do much, I think, but let's just hit the guy anyway. We are gonna need to damage strength. Let's see. We can move Gunnulf over here. I don't want to do a Tempest Strike, but if we just attack, we can do 2 damage. That is not a gigantic amount, to be honest, but it's better than nothing, I guess. Okay, so he returns. What did Mogr have? Bring the pain. Let's move Mogr. Actually, 10. How about we move Mogr over here and attack this this smaller one? That does just 2. Let's do Bring the Pain. Oh man, so I think we are going down with Gunnulf already if I don't move out of the way there. I could do the Tempest and hit both of them, but with the high armor that's not gonna do very much. Sundering Impact. Let's try that again. So we really should get out of there with Gunnulf, to be honest. How about we move over here? Because I really think he's gonna go down in 1 strike otherwise. Oh boy, he still bites. Okay, that just did 3. That's not too bad. Blah. Let's move Mogr over here. Let's bring the pain on the smaller one there. Now, what can we do? It's not gonna do very much, to be honest. He could do 7 damage on... He could do 7 damage on this one monster. Which is the next one that goes? That is a good question. I guess it's that one. So how about we damage... If we damage that Dredge, then it will be harder to do damage to us as well, I would assume. And he could actually do 9 damage. How about we do that? Yeah, you see? So now there was no... Well, there was armor damage done, but no hit points damage. Okay, so we can kill this guy with Gunnulf. Let's just try that. That is 1 down, but I think we're gonna lose Gunnulf here. Nope, still not yet. Whenever an enemy falls in battle, 1 willpower star is added to your horn. Using the horn will give 1 power to the active ally. Oh, okay. So, that does 2 damage. I think we should really focus on this big fellow anyway, but yeah. We still don't have a lot. Okay, he doesn't have enough willpower to use his ability, so what if we use the horn? Yep, now he does. Let's do this heavy impact thing on him again. Down goes Gunnulf, and since... Yeah, let's do the 4 damage here. Let's try and get... Oh, that's only 1 still. He still has too much... Yeah, we really need to get his armor down. Luckily, he doesn't do an enormous amount of damage. So how about we strike the smaller Dredge 1 more time, so that he doesn't do a lot of damage. We can now kill him with a regular strength attack. There we go. And now let's gang up on this guy. Let's try and take out as much of his armor as possible. That is still only gonna do 1 damage. Yeah, of course, because our strength is also going lower the whole time. So let's use his armor as low as possible here. And now we can do 4 damage with Mogre. That's good. That is a good hit. We are gonna keep bashing the armor with Hakon. Yep. And now we have plenty to take him down. Damn. Gunnulf has been injured in battle. Okay, I'm not quite sure what that means. We got 5 renown. So in this one battle, we got enough renown to rank up 1 character, pretty much. Not really sure how many battles we're gonna get into, or how many renown we're gonna get. You're trying to get yourself killed, Joffrey? What are you doing? I was trying to get a shot in between the plates. Yeah. You never seen a dredge before, boy? What kind of idiot? Break their armor first. Where did they come from? We didn't see them, they were just there. Hakon goes to where Vorknir lies face down. Wait, what? The future Varl king lies motionless aside from a spreading pool of blood? Wait, Vorknir wasn't in this battle. Vorknir is dead? What? Okay, so with this cliffhanger of the death of the future Varl king, we are going to end the episode here. Thanks a lot for watching. If you're enjoying the content, by all means, hit that like button. Subscribe to the channel if you want to follow along on our journey during or throughout the Banner Saga. And I will see you in the next video.